Astrology, which is why the Houston Texans won 6 consecutive games after starting 0-3, why the winning streak began in their 4th game. However, Snake Astrology is going to be why the Texans' winning streak is going to end at 6 as well. And I can show you why the Texans were fortunate that Vance Joseph, rigged the game with his clock management. There was some drama involved with Demaryius Thomas not knowing where he's lined up and then having a false start or whatever on offense. It seemed like it was helping the Broncos. So the game had a very interesting twist. However, Snake Astrology and Gematria is going to be why the Indianapolis Colts are going to win the division. It's going to be the Houston Texans that are going to collapse for this year's AFC playoff picture. Andrew Luck is born in 1989. This year is all about Andrew Luck in the NFL. And it is 1989 that is a snake year. This is why the Houston Texans won 6 consecutive games in the AFC South. It is because Snake is number 6 in order. The winning streak is going to end in the Texans' 7th game thanks to Gematria, because it is 7 and it is Andrew that equals 65 in Gematria. The Colts are going to come back and win the division because 4th seed in Gematria equals 65 and 29, and it is Andrew that equals 65 and 29. I mean, yes, it is true that Andrew Luck is a snake, and you could say, oh, the Texans may end up winning the division, but Andrew Luck and the Colts can sneak in as a 6th seed. If the Bungles choke and then Baltimore continues to lose and Indianapolis wins its divisional games against the Tennessee Titans and the Jaguars and they win that 3rd consecutive home game against the Miami Dolphins and the Bengals choke, then that is a playoff avenue for Indianapolis to sneak in as the number 6 seed. However, I do not see that coming into play because, if the Colts win as a 6th seed, then they would have to play the Chiefs in the divisional round, and I'm not predicting the Colts to play the Chiefs in the divisional round. I'm predicting the Colts to face the Chiefs in the AFC title game. I'm predicting Andrew Luck and the Indianapolis Colts to defeat Tom Brady in the divisional round of the playoffs to give Tom Brady a 12-3 record in the divisional round, to keep Tom Brady at 12 divisional wins, at 12 AFC Championship appearances, because it is Indianapolis that equals 123, and that's a lot like, 12-3. However, I want you to notice, too, that if the Patriots are number 2 seed and if the Colts are number 4 seed, well, the 4th seed and the 2nd seed both add up to 6, and that is Andrew Luck's Snake Astrology of number 6 in the order. I think New England remaining at 6 victories is going to be key during Andrew Luck's bye week. I correctly predicted the New Orleans Saints to win. I think if the Green Bay Packers win tonight, then I'm going to be dead on with the Green Bay Packers as a Super Bowl contender. If they knock off the Patriots, and if they only lose to the Rams, or lose to the Rams by 1 point because of that kickoff fumble that cost them the game. So the Houston Texans, it's not going to bid well for you guys. In fact, I'm going to predict you guys to lose, unfortunately, on Monday Night Football against the against the Tennessee Titans after losing to the Washington Redskins next week, to give you guys a 6-5 record, because remember, it is Andrew that equals 6-5. So the Texans, you're going to lose your next couple of games, but I will predict the Houston Texans to end up beating the Browns. The Texans are going to lose against the Redskins and the Titans. However, they're going to beat the Cleveland Browns. The Texans will have a 7-5 record when they end up playing the Colts. Indianapolis Colts equals 7-5. So the losing streak's going to end in the 4th game for number 4, Deshaun Watson. The winning streak began in the Texans' 4th game after starting 0-3 1-3 was the Texans' record during this win streak. That's a lot like the lucky number 13. And I do believe that the Colts are still going to finish 9-7 to win this division. Andrew Luck's got to play a home game. In Andrew Luck's home playoff record, I recall he has lost against the Ravens on the road and then against New England twice. So he's undefeated at home in the playoffs. I think he's going to have three wins and 0 losses in the playoffs. If I can recollect the Indianapolis Colts playoff home record with Andrew Luck correctly. Deshaun Watson is number 4. That's who Andrew Luck is competing against for the 4th seed. There is definitely a strong chance that we can see Indianapolis being the 6th seed and the Texans being the 4th seed, but it's looking like the Texans are going to be the team to collapse. If Andrew Luck's luck goes his way and he doesn't have to worry about the tiebreaker over the Bengals. So I see that happening. It's not going to bid well for Bill O'Brien. I have to figure out how many losses Bill O'Brien has and see if I can project his loss total by the time he faces the Indianapolis Colts. So he's lost 36 games. And he would be at 38 losses before facing off against Andrew Luck. Or actually, he would be at 40 losses if you include his playoff record. And then Bill O'Brien's 41st loss as the Texans head coach, including the regular season and the playoffs. His 41st loss would occur against the quarterback. The key storyline for this NFL season in the year of the quarterback. Andrew Austin Luck equals 41. It was the Colts that last won in Super Bowl 41. Not looking good for Bill O'Brien here. Let's see win-loss differential. So he has a 38-38 record. So okay, his differential would be at 3 at that time. That is to ponder what that means. The Colts established 65 years ago. It's Andrew that equals 65. It is title that equals 66 in the 66th year. So look out for this collapse. There's a reason why the Denver Broncos kicker missed a field goal, and the Texans are 6-3 right now. 6-5 has everything to do with Andrew's Gematria. 65. The year of the comeback begins right now for the Colts in their 53rd season. In fact, if you look at Super Bowl 41, the first touchdown of the game was a 53-yard pass from Peyton Manning to Reggie Wayne. "53-yard touchdown pass from Reggie Wayne to Peyton Manning. First score of Peyton Manning's Super Bowl victory with the Indianapolis Colts." And then the 2006 Colts, they had 53 prior seasons to that particular season. 53 prior seasons. And 53 is the year of the comeback. And the Colts started 1-5. Well, the gematria of their team and Atlanta. So the Colts' second half run is on. They're going to come back from 2.5 games. This may be a sign of the coming blue wave and what Mike Pence is going to represent and what's going to happen to Donald Trump. It is Trump that equals 25. Houston, Republican. Time to look out for that political theme as well. Keep an eye out for that.